here, BKFC 28 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with a legend himself, the Nightmare, Diego Sanchez, giving us a few minutes of his time. Man, you're here. This new sport, it's really taken off in the last 5 years. It's getting to a really high level, super popular. What are you thinking about BKFC and these shows that they're putting on? Mike Perry and MVP last week. You got Dotson fighting tomorrow night. What are your thoughts about the sport?
Man, I had a lot of foresight on bare knuckle fighting championship. It was about 2018. David Feldman. I was deep in my UFC contract, and David Feldman flew me out to Philadelphia, took me to dinner, had a meeting. We talked, discussed what we want to do, ideas, and I really loved the approach that he brought to me as the combatant athlete. You know, giving me, listening to me, hearing my opinion, and hearing what I had to say and what I had to think, and what I thought, you know, how we should do this partnership together. And you know, I ended up signing with UFC, re-signing, and now here we are. It's 2022, and BKFC is blowing up, and I've been training for it. I love the dynamics. I love the dynamics of no glove.
Yeah.
You know, it's just completely different. It's true. It's true. Mm-hmm. You know, and I love the difference that it brings to the table. I'm a no glove fighter. That's my. I like little openings, man. Little hands, man. Yeah. You better be good. You better have your eyes open. You better have your vision. You better have your posture correct. You better learn these dynamics of movement.
Yeah.
That is a new movement and a new sport. All right. And so me being a mixed martial artist, breaking into a new sport that is only the hands aspect and dynamics of martial arts, it's huge for me. And for BKFC to come to Albuquerque is huge for Albuquerque, because out here in this holy land, there is it's a warrior fighting spirit here in Albuquerque. Everyone's fighting. You know,
yeah.
You know, everyone's fighting, whether it's they're fighting a demon, or whether they're fighting their bills, or whether they're fighting something. Everybody's fighters out here, and we respect combat sports out here, and we love it. Going back to the original champion of Albuquerque, who was Johnny Mi Vida Loca Tapia, you know, like the guy that inspired me to be a warrior. And now here I am doing this career, still inspiring all other little people to want to do this path of the warrior and bare knuckle fighting. You know, it may be raw, it may be rough, it may be tough, and you may smell some blood down there by the arena, but man, it's pure and it's true, and the love for combat, you only want to purify it, and as I get to the end of my career, I am so excited for taking off the gloves. I've been excited for taking off the gloves. I want these gloves off. My next fight is Dan Hardy in November. This is a boxing exhibition in Manchester, England. It's the Ricky Hatton, Marco Antonio Barrera exhibition fight.
When is that one?
That is scheduled for November 18th.
November 18th. Now, let me ask you, I wanted to ask you that. They announced Albuquerque for BKFC. Were you in mind when they announced that?
I was in mind, but BKFC is a very fast moving company, mm-hmm. and the planning is you know, maybe the main event and the co-main event is planned a little longer, more towards the closer that it gets to the fight. They put these fights together quick. Right. They put these fights together. You better be in shape and you better be ready for BKFC. It's a new sport, and you got to stay ready.
Right. Now, if the boxing exhibition with Dan Hardy was not on the table and they offered it to you, would you have maybe? It
was close to happening. Dave was actually wanting to get me and Dan to do the London card.
Oh.
And so, but I opted to put on the 16-ounce gloves, less danger. Mm-hmm. You know, pretty decent paycheck. Nice. And warm my hands up for BKFC. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get these hands ready. Train with professional boxers, and then put it all together. Mix all the dynamics of the mixed martial arts experience, you know, and break into a new space that is the no glove experience. And I like the fresh. I like the new. And for me, I want to be one of the legends that basically did it all.
Yeah.
And so now
Basically have.
BKFC is here, and I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm excited, and I'm ready. There's plenty of opponents, and I could list off a few for you guys, so you guys could put it out there. I would love to do a BKFC fight with Nick Diaz. I think the rematch would be an intense seller. I also like the scrap pack for the Gilbert Melendez rematch. Me and Gil have talked about this fight. He's open to it as long as I don't kick him in the leg. And so we have who else do we got? We got
What about one half of the main event from last week, Mike Perry? Is that interesting?
Hey, Mike Perry, absolutely. You know, we've trained together. I have respect for him.
Yeah.
We know each other, and we've spent time together, and we're emotionally invested in our friendship. But hey, Mike Perry's making plenty of money and doing great, and raising his family, and I look up to that dude for everything. He turned it around really well, and I'm happy for him. But if we get the opportunity to step into the circle, I feel that my evolution, different than his evolution, will reign victorious.
There you go, man. I'll tell you right now, thank you so much for a little bit of your time. Last year at Hollywood Hard Rock, we saw you step into the BKFC squared circle. You were getting the feel. You were feeling the ropes. And we got warm and fuzzy there. We were like, oh, we want to see this.
Thanks for watching. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I will be in the BKFC squared circle. I love that dynamic of the circle. I love the move. And I think that, actually, I know that I have knowledge and wisdom to this evolving sport.
There you go.
Because it is adapting in process. And I just feel like I'm ahead of the curve, and I was born for this. And at the end of my UFC career, I got a little bit smarter and learned some defense, learned how to move, learned how to step, not just be a train and go forward. And so these are things that I want to bring and showcase to my fans all around the world in BKFC.
Tune in November when he fights in a bare knuckle a boxing exhibition with Dan Hardy. But stay tuned because we're going to get him in this sport very soon, and we're excited about that. Thank you so much for your time, man.
We're coming. And,
Truly an honor.
Anybody want these hands, no gloves? Trust me, bro. Look at these. They're ready. These things are ready. Oh, look, we'll put them on the concrete. Look
Look at this. He's been conditioned.
It's nothing. It's like we'll go 20 minutes like this. We'll go one hand. 20 minutes. One hand.
There it is, man.
That's the energy right here.
The legend, Nightmare, Diego Sanchez.
Bare knuckle.
Pay attention. Let's go. Dude,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's really